tops, getting walk, got a big bands like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with a no, it's top
I got
notch.
that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with to groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a dub for a verse. I do it for FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call, for real. I want that caught. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
I like when birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the beam in the flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah,
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that's complete to Jesse James. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jesse James, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Santos for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
It's coming now.
On second down, Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Prescott from the gun. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Christian Kirk deep to return it. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. James has it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Leopard!
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids it. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From midfield now, here's Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Four down. Gun! 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 Gun!
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Cardinals will extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Go, get out there. What do you think? Then we'll go on to 53.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hearns that time. And now it's second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On second down, Prescott again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy, too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This Cowboy defense trying to hold them out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it here. This is Prosch, the fullback. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jay Prosch in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. Santos with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Here's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in this inning. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Prescott now on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Strickland. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 62 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Following the penalty, it's Johnson, and he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup, it'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And now it's Rosen looking. Onugwa's got it, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rosen will throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Rosen. Buying time and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rosen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Man open left side. It's Williams. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Johnson jostles free. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 14 on the play. And it's a second down.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Taco Charlton in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
To throw is Rosen. Able to shake him off. Steps up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can pull and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott airing it out for Hurns. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a knock.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Dominic Easley in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
Play action now. Prescott. Open man right side is cut complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a pickup at 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Here you go. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Prescott now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Budda Baker with a pick.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go now.
They go to Johnson again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Rosen. Staying on his feet. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And he fields it cleanly. Unable to corral him. He fights through. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Robert Nkemdiche able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to go down again. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.